Good morning all, I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Staying in the Vision 2020 theme, I thought I'd talk about being blindsided today. You see, being blindsided is when you're driving along in traffic and all of a sudden a car or a truck hits you from the side. This is quite unexpected and often the driver gets quite badly hurt. Now life, unfortunately, have these blindsided occurrences happening to us. Sometimes we could lose a loved one. Sometimes we might lose an opportunity that we thought we had. And sometimes we could even have a life-changing experience like losing a limb or losing a sense. And I think in one way this whole COVID-19 is a little bit of a blind side for most of us. You know, a lot of us, when we were going through what this year was expecting, we were expecting to go on a rugby tour to Italy, or some of you were expecting to go to Russia on a history tour. Some of you were expecting to play first team rugby, hockey, netball. Some of you were getting ready for provincial trials. Some of you were hoping to shine in the inter-house plays or the inter-house gala. And all of a sudden these things change. And that's what being blindsided is in life. Now there's three things that you can do. I'll give up and crawl back into your bed and just hope it all goes away. The second thing you could do is you can blame other people. You say, oh, well, it wasn't my fault, it was this person's fault, and if they didn't do this, then this wouldn't have happened, but that really doesn't solve much. And then the third thing you can do is face it head on and say, you know what, this is a problem, this is what we have to do, and this is how we're going to go about solving it. And obviously I think the third one is the way we need to do it. Now, there are a lot of athletes, as an example, that have difficulties or have been disabled of some sort, and they are a brilliant example of what we need to do to make sure that you get on top of it, or you change your reality to make sure that you don't just give up and forget about it. I want to show you a couple of examples now. So when I look at these athletes, particularly these visually impaired athletes, I am amazed at how well they can do. Look at this one with this long jump athlete. As they run down, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to sprint with your eyes closed, but it's incredibly difficult to run in a straight line. But these athletes run down this path, and they've got people on either side of the path, so that people can help them and guide them along the way, so that they don't hurt themselves. And that's exactly like we have. You know, we've got a Reddam family, you've got your own families, and they're all around waiting to help you. The teachers have done incredibly well to develop and prep a lot more hours to make sure that your education carries on. And they're here for you, and they want to care for you, and they want to look after you. You know, sometimes in life, even though we have the support, things still go wrong. Have a look at this clip. And you know what, it's all right. You just need to get yourself back up. Get back up and try harder and work harder and again lean on those friends. Another thing I've learned from these visually impaired athletes is that you've got to keep on resetting yourself. Look out at the bowler, comes along and feels where the wickets are and gets himself in the right direction. And sometimes when things like this whole virus thing happens to us, it's time for us just to sit back and re-look and see what's important to us. Re-look and decide what we want from life. What goals we want to set for ourselves, what we appreciate in life. You know, appreciating your parents, appreciating the home you live in, appreciating the food you've got in your house. And I think that is something that is really important. Watching visually impaired soccer players is the most incredible thing. And I'm sure you're all wondering, how do they know where the ball is? We see there's a little bell in the ball, and the brain is incredible because when your body loses one sense, like sight, your brain allows other senses to develop. And so their sense of hearing is incredibly good. And whenever they have the ball flying around the place, they cannot only know where the ball is, but also where it's coming from and how far it is away from them. And it's absolutely amazing how these new skills get developed. And I think with you guys, you've also developed new skills. I think a lot of you never knew what housework was before this lockdown. Some of you are cooking, and some of you are baking, and some of you are trying new things that you may never have done before. Even your computer skills and this whole online learning is a new skill that you're developing along the way. So sometimes when we are blindsided by horrible things, we develop skills that help us along the way. So remember, when you're blindsided in life, you have a choice on how to deal with it. And if you're positive, you have faith, you have the right people around you, you develop the right skills, there's no situation that you can't get through. Right, I want to talk to you quickly about cycle tests. So I know some of you are still in a bit of shock that you're going to have these tests sent to your house and you're going to be able to sit in your bedroom and do these tests by yourself. But I don't know, some of you are thinking, well, you know what, I'm going to have my phone on this side and I might have my textbook open on this side. I might even have my mom or my baby sister in the corner helping me with some of these answers. But that's cheating. And you're going to be signing an honor code. And for those of you who don't understand what the honor code is about, is to have honor means that you are going to do the right thing even when people aren't watching. You see, I don't want you to think of cycle tests as a judgment on your brain. I want you to think of a cycle test as just a moment indication of where you stand. And it'll help you focus on where to study next time, and it'll help your teacher to teach better. So we do trust you. We know you're going to make the best of this process, and we hope you enjoy your assessments for the rest of the term. Right, so I'm part of the assembly to report back on a little bit of the academy challenges. I was really impressed with some of your videos, and the sports department have put together a couple of laughs.
Do that!
Winners of grade 8 are grade 8E. Woo! Woo! Whoa! The winners of grade 9, congratulations, grade 9A.
That's just the way things go.
The winners of grade 10 is grade 10D.
And you can do class down. Miles away, even alone, can remember that there ain't no place like home.
Woo, woo.
Jet plane headed up to the sky.
To the sky.
Spread wings and our clouds getting high.
Getting high.
We ain't hit a rave in a while.
In a what?
So take me back to London.
What?
Bass high, middle line, ceiling low.
Sailing low.
Swing round, dripping down when it rolls.
When I roll.
No sound, doesn't quiet like my home.
Like my home.
So take me back to London.
The winners of grade 11 is grade 11M. Winners of grade 12 is grade 12A. Congratulations to everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the challenge. See you all next week as we do another challenge again.
Hey guys, so here's a thought. Is this considered cheating? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Right, now for phase 2. So phase 2 is our after schools extramural challenge. By this afternoon at 3:30, you will have all received a Google form in which you can join the after school activity. There will be 3 exercise groups a week and it will happen over 4 weeks. This means the following: extra credits. So if you complete week 1, that means you are a couch potato. If you are able to complete week 2 with all the exercises, you are now a junior sportsman. Week 3 makes you a sportsman, and week 4 makes you a super sportsman. There will be credits allocated for those who are able to achieve week 1, 2, 3 and 4. This afternoon's video will explain exactly what you need to do to join the group. Thank you, and see you this afternoon.
So thank you very much for submitting all your clips, and look out for next week's challenge. Right now we're going to go to Mrs. Bass, who's going to tell you a little bit about how you can help out during this difficult time.
Good morning, school. I am here today just to let you know and keep you posted on what you can be doing to give back while we're under lockdown.
Hey guys, from now on, Reddam will be collecting bottle tops for those old age homes out there who seek our love and support. By us just simply collecting bottle tops at home, we can hand them into those old age homes so that they can receive money to buy new wheelchairs for their patients. Please make sure before you hand them in, they are washed and cleaned, and handed in a plastic bag with your name, your surname, your class and your grade in it, as well as the amount of bottle tops that are in the packet. Let's all work together and be the change we want to see. Thank you.
Hey guys, continuing from the previous video, for every 25 bottle caps collected, you may receive half an hour of community hours. For every 35 bottle caps collected, you may receive a full hour of community hours. These hours may be locked in on communityservice.sa under Reddam Collections. Let's be the change. We shall give back.
One of the ways that you guys can give back would be to crochet or knit some squares, 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. You can drop them at the school when we get back there, and we will give them to one of our charities. Stay tuned for more info on some of the other ways that you guys can give back. How about you make a face mask and donate it to a charity? Please see the World Health Organization website for patterns and more information. So another way to give back would be to fill up an eco brick. So an eco brick is basically a 2 litre or 1 litre bottle that it's filled up with items that cannot be recycled. So things like your soft plastics, you know, the packaging that you get your medicine in, that sort of thing can go in here. Cut it up small and put it in, and make sure you start hard at the bottom and push everything down and into it, and then you'll see you'll fit so much in there, honestly. Yeah, thanks. Please help us to give back by donating tinned food and any other dry goods or sanitary items. Please contact me for more information. And thank you, Reddam, for everything that you've been doing so far to give back during this time. We've had lots of letters, lots of thanks from all the different organizations. So thank you very, very much. Very exciting times, very different times, but Reddam, we will continue to give back as we always have. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Miss Bass. I know the guys will step up to the challenge and make sure they help out others during this difficult time. Well, have a good week. I hope you enjoy the virtual learning and keep safe.